Hello, everyone. This is going to be a remake from a video that we did a couple of days ago that, for whatever reason, had all sorts of issues. The Facebook Live video only went for about 33 seconds before it stopped. And then the YouTube video never ended, stayed live for a really long time, or at least it showed it was live, and then I don't think ever posted to the channel. So we are going to do a remake now. I'm going to hopefully wait just for a few people to get on so that I'm not talking to myself. But I just want to give a couple of announcements and some information to you. I'm basically going to say the exact same thing that I said just a couple of days ago, just for people who weren't on the stream. They're able to see it later on because a lot of people, they watch these videos after they come out and after they're published. And because these never posted, well, Facebook never even streamed it, and then YouTube never posted it to the channel. We're just going to do the whole thing all over again. So going to be a very short video. I just wanted to give you just a few announcements. One, the most important thing is that we will be leaving tomorrow to go to the Northeast for about 9 or 10 days. It's about 9 days or so. We'll be in New York City first, at least for 2 days, possibly 3. And then I'm not sure yet whether I'm going north or south from there. I'm waiting on the Lord. I don't want to make any promises or any commitments beyond New York City. We will either be going north towards Boston afterwards, or we will be heading south towards potentially Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. I do think some sackcloth is in the works, and that I'll be probably in Times Square doing that sort of thing. We'll be preaching on the street as well in some different areas. Because I have a very pregnant wife with me who's 7 months pregnant, I'm gonna have Jackson with me, and then Jeremiah, my 1.5-year-old. I have to be very careful about doing anything that is risky. Now, if you guys know, if you followed everything that's going on in the United States, New York City is really in shambles right now. When I went to New York City for, well, I guess it wasn't the first time, but it was the first time I went there on vacation, family vacation back in 2000 and, what was it, 17 or 18, 2000, somewhere around there. It was 2018, the summer of 2018, I went to New York City, and I had no problems, did not feel unsafe at all. And then, of course, we've gone back there several times since, and I'm going to tell you, every single time I go to New York City, it looks and feels and is worse and worse. It becomes more unsafe. The last time I was there, me and Bia were in, I think Union Square is what it's called. We were threatened this dude threatened to kill us. He ended up getting arrested, not by us, but he was messing with other people later, and ended up getting arrested. And we just see this sort of thing time and time again. A lot of homeless people, drug addicts, people that are mentally unstable, mentally unwell, alcoholics. And we see this everywhere. I've been to many cities in the United States. I think I've been to about 40 major U.S. cities doing evangelism. And we go to where the homeless and the drug addicts are. So it's not that, but it's just the unhinged nature that so many of them are or seem to be. In New York City, it's different, And then some months ago, we were hearing about women that are just getting punched in the face for no reason, randomly by people, and people getting stabbed. So I have to be very careful. So what I think we're going to end up doing is, when we're preaching in New York City, probably stay closer to the safer areas, try to find the foot traffic. We'll definitely be in Times Square as well, which can be unsafe. It absolutely can be unsafe, but maybe try to do some preaching in Wall Street, and then over by, the Saxon Fifth Avenue? Is that store? I don't know what anything's called, man. There's a place where there's this big building, and I can't remember the name of it, but there's a lot of foot traffic over there, and we preached there last time, and I think it was good. So maybe we'll try there. We'll see where we can find people, and we'll do as much as we can. But 2 or 3 days in New York City, then heading north or south, depending on where the Lord leads, either north to Boston or south towards Washington, D.C. I will try to do a couple of meetups. I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of them, but we will do a few if we can, Lord willing. I think at least one in New York City. And then depending where we go, I'll get that information out to you as soon as I can. Probably in the next day or so for New York City, for sure. My next announcement I want to give you is that, and like I said, this is stuff that we already talked about a couple of days ago, but I'm remaking this video for people that didn't see it because it never posted. After 4 years, I ended up getting rid of my office and now moved everything into this home office, which I think is so much better, so much more time efficient. I think it's going to be really good, and I wanted to let people know about that. I'm very excited, though. I'm having to pretty much fit 4 rooms worth of stuff into probably half a room, and I would show you, but I have this big storage shelf over here with a lot of boxes of Bibles and tracts, and it's usually where I keep all my equipment as well for my camera, and I have a ton of equipment for stuff that we do for media content creation, all that stuff. So trying to figure out the logistics of it, but it's really exciting. That half of the room B is using for her YouTube channel, even though with the baby it's just not been even possible to make videos with her. But eventually when he's older and we're able to, we are going to do some videos where we're both talking. She's got her own camera, it's split screen. It's going to be really cool. And then she's going to be doing more YouTube videos. I'm very aware that I made promises to you guys that I was going to start additional YouTube channels. I was going to start putting all the street preaching onto the street preaching channel and not dump it all in Torch of Christ, and then leave this more nowadays for kind of the adventure vlogging type of deal. But with editing being so difficult and time consuming, we'll see how it is. I really think that when we go on this trip, we're going to do a lot of filming on the cell phone and then just dump it, raw video, cut off the ends where it starts with the preaching, ends with the finish of the preaching, but then it's just going to be the video of us preaching, and that's it, nothing else, nothing added, and just raw videos, and just be very easy like that. And then that way I could just push the videos out to you on this main Torch of Christ channel. I think that's all right. There was one more thing, and I keep forgetting every single time what it is, but there was one more announcement I wanted to make, and I can't remember. Let me just talk, and maybe it'll come with me, or come to my mind. Today we were able to, me and Bia went to get an ultrasound of the baby, and man, I'm gonna tell you, we are so excited. They use this 4D thing where they got a picture of her face, and she's just so cute. She has her mom's lips, just those beautiful like heart lips, and she's just so beautiful. She has her brother's nose, because I remember it looks the exact same, and so she's so perfect, so beautiful, so wonderful. We're so excited for my daughter that's going to be here in December. Have been, man, I'm going to tell you, unexpected blessing. Never thought it would happen, but God truly does exceeding abundantly above all we could ever ask or think. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody commented about North Carolina, man. You guys pray for all this stuff that's going on with the hurricane. I've seen so much devastation. I can't believe how bad it got. So pray for them for sure. Pray for our country. Have so many important things coming up. I really feel as though God is asking us in this last day to really turn to Him in a way that that we've not before, to commit to Him truly in just deeper ways, and get it, shedding ourselves of all these distractions. It's so difficult. I understand it's so difficult. We are distracted 6 ways to Sunday so continually. But just getting alone with God, refreshing our mind. I think technology is such a distraction. These cell phones right here, they can just rupture our minds, I feel like, and just completely take us away from what really matters, and just divide us in our relationships. So try to get off your technology, spend time with God for sure. There was something else, and I don't remember what it was. How are you guys doing? I'm at 9 minutes. I think the last video I made was 20 minutes. Let's see if we're still streaming live. I'm going to look on my phone on YouTube, on Facebook, because last time I did a 30-second video, and just not good, man. Let's see. It does show that I'm still live. Let's hope. Hope that's working. Maybe not. It's kind of wonky. It's saying like 12 seconds or something. Yeah, thank you guys for saying the congratulations. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that I'm trying to figure out. A lot of transition. It's definitely a season of transition, trying to make things simpler. I had this smaller desk in here, and now I have this big, giant L-shaped desk, and it's absolutely huge. I love it because I have so much room for all my workstation. I have my laptop right here. I have all the streaming equipment that makes it possible for me to stream live on Facebook and YouTube, and to have all of the audio and the lights and everything. And so it's really good. But this desk, there's only one little section to get in over by the corner over here. And once you get in, it's like, man, it's a lot of work to get out. So once you're back here, you kind of stay. But that's all right. But I love it. I love, I don't know, just the setup is really cool. I'll give you guys a little tour of the space at some point. I got to figure out a way. There's a way that I can use my cell phone as a second camera. So I can just switch that. I could probably do it right now, but I don't feel like it. I need to clean it up and make it presentable. And I'll give you guys a little tour of this little space at some point. I got to get more set up though. Feed interrupted. Yeah, you know what it is? I have this Mac that's moved here. This is what happened last time. I had this Mac that's moved here, and for whatever reason, the internet is not good. It's not picking up the internet well. Are you guys still there? I'm hoping you are. Somebody make a comment. I feel like I need to know if I'm talking to somebody. The internet on this Mac, though, is not working out really well. Okay, now it started again. Basically, it's using the wireless signal. My router's in the attic, and that's the way it's been, though, for the 3 years I've been here. And with my laptop, it's fine. With all of our other technology, it's fine. But for whatever reason, this Mac does not want to pick up this signal. And on one speed test, it said it was getting like 0.12 megabits per second upload speed, which is awful. But then there was another test that said it was getting like 450 megabits per second. So, which is really fast. So I'm hoping that I can figure this out. Technology is not my strong suit. It is what it is. Hey, Bia, since you said that you're here, I made an announcement about the office and moving the office here. We let the office that we've had for 4 years go back and moved out of that space that was across town. Uh-oh. What did I just do? Oh, wow. Okay. I got this little stream deck, and I wiped one of the screens, and the whole thing went off, and it scared me. But I think it was just like I turned the display off somehow. All right. Bia, then I also made an announcement about the trip starting tomorrow. And I remember there was one other thing. Can you remember what it was? Anyone? Where will I be next month? Most likely here. We're having a baby in December. And I don't want to run the risk of being gone. Last time when we had Judah, we were in Mexico when her water broke, and that was crazy getting back to the United States in time to have a baby, but by the grace of God we were able to. When do we arrive tomorrow? We arrive late, so no problems getting an Uber over to our hotel. We will be staying in Manhattan. I looked at Airbnbs so let me give you some travel tips. For the first couple of times I went to New York City, I would always stay across the Hudson River, I think it's called, in New Jersey. There's a few places called like West New York, New Jersey, I think it is, and Union City or something like that. And the pizza over there is amazing, and they have Airbnbs, and it's quiet, and you can walk around. You can see a cool view of the river, and there's a Cuban community over there. They've got a really cool couple of Cuban restaurants and really cool places to stay just across the river. And you take a 15-minute bus ride, and you're at the what is it called? I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, you get to the bus station right there. That's a couple of blocks away from Times Square, and it's really easy peasy. And if you're strapped and trying to be economical, strapped for cash, and really just trying to save money, you can really get good deals over there. At least you could years ago. It's changed a bit where now the prices over there seem to be about what it is to get a hotel in Manhattan. So the hotel prices were not that bad. We were able to get a hotel really kind of close to everything, and it worked out. So we'll probably just we're flying into Newark, and then we'll be able to take an Uber over to the hotel, arrive after midnight, and then try to make the most of the day the following day. So, like I said, we will be doing a lot of street preaching. We will do at least one meetup in New York City. We'll be there at least 2 days, hopefully 3, and then we'll head either north to Boston or south towards DC. I would love to go to Kensington Avenue again. I've been there years ago and preached there. It's literally so much of a zombie land, and I did deliverance with this guy there years ago, and he was on the ground foaming at the mouth, coughing and doing all kinds of stuff, and just the demons. It was quite wild. And the police came over checking on him, make sure he's all right. And then we took him out to eat, tried to minister to him, plugged him into a local church group, home church group, and he ended up going back. I think he ended up relapsing and going back to the drugs. So unfortunate outcome for him, but a really crazy story. I want to go back there and preach again. We'll see how it is. I just want to do what the will of God is. So that's really it. Whatever God's will is, if God's will is for us to go north towards Boston, that's what we're going to do. And if we end up south, you guys know the last time I was in DC was the inauguration of Joe Biden, I believe. Almost died, had snipers on me, a misunderstanding because I had sackcloth on and they thought I was a suicide. I don't want to say the word, but they thought I had stuff underneath my sackcloth, and it was a whole to-do. But you can go and watch that documentary on the YouTube channel if you want. Crazy stuff. Good to see you as well, sister. God bless you guys so much. There was something else I wanted to announce, but as I said before, I cannot remember what it was. I want to ask you guys something, and this is not something I'm trying to market. I just want to give an open-ended question. If you're seeing this later on, just throw something in the comments. Let me know. I've been trying to think of different things that I could do to keep, myself engaged with people and try and help out my family financially as well. And I was thinking about doing like some life coaching or something. I know it sounds so wonky saying it, but really just trying to help people like get their lives in order. If you don't know much about me, I was in the Marine Corps for 5 years. I worked for the NSA. I worked for the government for another 4 or 5 years after that, teaching electronic warfare to joint military environments. I have a master's degree in public administration with a specialization in Homeland Security and Emergency Management. I have a bachelor's in English and an associate's in intelligence operations. So I've done some cool stuff in my life. And then I also worked offshore on an oil rig for 2.5 years doing safety, working with Shell. So I've really done some cool stuff. And over the years, being 38 years old, about to be 39, I think it would be cool from a biblical perspective to help people out and to help you become more structured in your life. I'm very big on making lists and I'm very good at getting a lot of things done in a short amount of time. They call it the 80-20 rule. You do 80% of the work in 20% of the time. And there's a lot of books I've read over the years. And anyway, so my point is, I'm kind of kicking around the idea of doing like a monthly subscription type of deal that allows me to engage with you, have video calls. You could text me. So many different things, and then having like a SharePoint where a lot of resources are stored, and having maybe community groups, something like that. So if you think that would be a good idea, let me know. Obviously, this is not Bible counseling. This is not like relationship counseling or trying to help you get closer to God, although it would be from a biblical perspective. Yeah, there would be Zoom calls involved, but not that wouldn't be the whole be all end all, but really it's more about helping you become better at life, to be more productive, to be more efficient, be more determined, committed, all those things, helping you progress and see the outcomes that you want, but from a biblical lens. And, obviously with the perspective of God's will in your life being the most important thing. So not biblical counseling, because I'm not a counselor, I'm not a psychiatrist, I don't have any qualifications for that, but really just more of coaching you and helping you to progress and become successful. Just throwing that around as an idea. If you think it's a good idea, let me know in the comments. If you think that it's wonky and I would be terrible at it, let me know. I'm wondering. I don't know. I have no idea what the pricing would be. It would be like a monthly subscription, probably a 6-month commitment. And then after that, you reassess whether it's something that you would want to keep going and doing or not. And then there would be some sort of like graduation type of deal. I don't know. That's my thought. That's not what I wanted to announce. This is actually something I just thought of out of the blue today. And really it was just about like, you go to the gym and you see personal trainers who are not even in shape and they're training other people. And you're just like, man, if they're doing that and helping people, then surely I can help people out there become more successful and maybe in their pursuits. I've worked in the corporate world. I know the politics. I know negotiation skills. I know all sorts of things I could share with you. And just, I've been through so many classes, whether it was in the Marine Corps, we went through probably 40 something classes, some of them a week long, 2 weeks long. When I worked for the government as a private contractor, we went through instructional class. I mean, like literally professional, thousands of, like, these are courses that cost thousands of dollars, and they're teaching you how to teach professionally, how to write lesson plans and present information. And these are classes that people at Fortune 500 companies pay thousands of dollars per person to attend, or this specific one that I went to was. So just a lot of information that I can share. And then, of course, we learned a lot in my graduate program. So I don't know, man. I think it might be something that could help you. If not, that's all good too. That's not the bulk and the meat and potatoes of this video. It's something I'm just kicking around in my head. If you haven't seen the beginning of this video, go back and check it out. I can't remember the very last thing, but if I remember, I will let you know, maybe in a community post or something like that. You guys have any questions? How long have I been on here? I don't want to make this video too long. 22 minutes. I think we got another 5 minutes I can do. We're packing tonight. Have a lot going on, but it's cool. It's chill. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think it's always good to help others. And, if I did something like that, I think the monthly price would be it'd be something like $30, $40 a month or something. I mean, literally you're getting so much information for a very reasonable price, I think. Somebody said they sent, hey, Muzzy, you said you sent a PayPal gift for Gabriella. I'm not sure. If you could email me, torchofchrist@gmail.com, and just show me what PayPal you sent it to, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But I don't know if I received that unless it was some time ago. Please just let me know what that PayPal was. If you sent it to the Torch of Christ Ministries PayPal, we cannot take private donations through ministry channels. It's very separated, very divided. There's absolutely no way that we can take private offerings or private personal love offerings through Cornerstone, through if you give through torchofchrist@gmail.com on PayPal, it's not going to come to me. It will go to the ministry. So anything that is a private love offering, you would have to give to the philipblair72@gmail.com with 2 L's in Philip. Anyway, I hope that helps. Just email me and I'll help you get it figured out. Got a lot. So in case you guys didn't know, we actually have a lot of churches in Kenya. Torch of Christ Church in Kenya. I have a pastor that works for me, Stanley. And then I have an evangelist that works for me, Brother Patrick. And these have been working for me for about 3 years. We give them monthly support. Actually, it's quarterly, but it's 3 months worth of support every quarter. We send them, each one of them, One, so that he can go out and do evangelism. He street preaches in the market all the time. He's always blowing up my phone on WhatsApp, sending me all sorts of videos of them preaching. He's been to multiple countries since that time. This is a man that was down and out when I met him, Brother Patrick, and who I have seen God just grow in his faith so much, and he's progressed so much, and I'm so proud of him, of just the work that he's done. And it's really kind of amazing because God prophesied into his life when we were there several years ago, and just to see God be faithful to that word that he was given has been so cool. And obviously, Brother Stanley, who you'll see in the chat a lot, he's set up so many churches in Kenya since that time, and things are just continuing to grow and progress. I actually have to slow him down and say, look, brother, don't grow too fast. Stay as small as you can for as long as possible until God forces you to grow, and then do it. We've had to slow some things down just because ministry finances have not been that good for the last 2 or 3 years, but it's still been very steady, and Brother Stanley has been doing such an amazing job. At some point, I want to show you all this stuff. I'm trying to get Brian, who we put through school in South Africa. He's trying to figure out and navigate his life now that he's done with school. I'm trying to get him to go to Kenya for a couple of months to film everything, because he went to film school, to film everything for us so that we can put that into a video and I can show you everything that God is doing in Kenya. But he's going to seminary school right now in Cape Town, and he's not really keen to go at this point. So if I'm able to get away at some point in the future, go back to Kenya, I can't really take all the kids. But once I'm able to go back, we'll try and capture so much of that and show you what all God is doing through Torch of Christ Ministries in Kenya. It's really cool. I do want to share that with you at some point. So really exciting. So yeah, man, the guy who was commenting about Kenya, God is already doing so much in Kenya. I understand that. And I pray that God would bless the ministry that you're involved in there. God bless you. All right. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I don't see a lot of other comments. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's late. If you're seeing this video later, please pray for us. We're going to be in some areas that can potentially be dangerous. I'm going to have kids. You know, I have a 1.5-year-old and I have a 7-month pregnant wife. So please pray that God's safety and protection will be over us, that nothing would happen. These babies are so precious to me, and I trust God completely, but we're going to be very wise. We're not going to be going to any places that are sketchy, not with them. If I go to Kensington Avenue in Philadelphia, obviously Bia and the baby would not go. But just pray that God gives me direction. I have no idea what we're doing after New York City. I'm playing it by ear and just walking in faith. And I think that's some of the most exciting times, when you're just walking in faith, trusting in God, and he shows you every step along the way as you're doing it. That's the walk of faith that we should be doing more, where we're not over planning. We're just being led by the Spirit. That's always what I try to do in my heart. God is so faithful. He's been faithful. Things are really good right now, for the most part. There's always challenges, but God is always faithful, and he's the constant in our sea of variables and difficulties and challenges. He is such a constant presence in our life that gives such peace and stability, you know, in the storms of the heart, in the raging sea of the racing thoughts, and the difficult days and the overwhelming circumstances. He is such a state of perpetual peace. He guards our hearts and minds truly. And if you don't know him, I urge you, cry out to him, find him, renew your mind every day. That's really the key. It's something that God told me in my early days of coming back to him after years of waywardness and backsliding. He said, renew your mind every morning. Renew your mind. Renew your mind. Put on the mind of Christ every single day. Start over like it's the very first day. And keep that habit of seeking God and walking in faith and turning towards him and away from sin. And as you do that day after day, it becomes obviously routine and habit, but it also becomes part of who you are. You begin to develop that identity in Christ, And once it's who you are, it's just simply existing because that is who you are. It's the very nature of who you are is to be a child of God and to do those things. So, amen. So that's it. That's all I got for you right now. God bless you. Thank you so much. Please pray, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, actually, I remember what the last thing was. Psych about leaving. Um, well, maybe it's not the last thing, but it's something I want to say real quick. With my video, I have so many videos that I need to share with you that I need to edit, and I'm so far behind, and I understand that. I don't want you guys to think that I forgot. I have all the videos from Brazil I still need to edit. We had two different favela events. A favela is like a Brazilian slum. We had, we did 300 food packets of distribution. I mean, they're like big bags of food, like with all the staples inside. Probably $30, $40 worth of food in each packet. And we gave them out to 300 families, 150 at each event. We went to a halfway house where we saw a couple dozen men, addicts, stand up and pray for salvation and cry out to God and break down in tears. It was very moving moments, and I want to share that with you as well. And I've started editing the very first favela event. It was something like 4 hours and 50 minutes of footage. And I'm working through that, and I just got to go through and cut it down and edit it. And once I'm done, I can share that with you. But it just takes a lot of time. So I'm going to be trying to push through with some of these things. I'm so far behind, man. And editing is not something I really get a lot of enjoyment out of nowadays. So it's just I have videos from the Arizona trip earlier in the year. When we preached in so many different places, so many different times. I didn't post but like 2 of those videos, and I have so many. I have videos from the Philippines of just market preaching and preaching in Angeles City in the red light district that we didn't post, and videos from Haiti. I have street preaching videos from Haiti I haven't even posted, from Cap Haitian. So I'm just so far behind, and I understand that, but I've been focusing more on doing these like travel documentary type videos that's a couple hours long and not just throwing out raw street preaching, because a lot of times those don't go anywhere and gain any traction. So I'm just trying to increase the quality of the content, but it just is more time consuming, and that's just the reality. So please be patient with me. I know that I've failed in this area. Pray for me to have breakthroughs so that I can do better in that. All right, have a good night. I'll see you guys next time.